Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. I couldn't really resist weighing in on this one. The mainstream media here in New Zealand starting to ramp up its coverage of Joseph Parker's next fight. That is, of course, in September against Hughie Fury in Manchester. So one of the major websites in New Zealand is stuff.co.nz. It has dug up Frans Botha to get his take on how Joseph Parker will fare against Hughie Fury. So according to Botha, he thinks Parker will fare very, very well. And this next bit really is gold. I'll read from the story here for a bit. Botha dished out lavish praise for Parker, who is seen as one of the young lions of the division alongside Britain's IBF and WBA champion Anthony Joshua. Here's the quote. With his speed and power, I believe this kid is like Muhammad Ali. Don't underestimate him. I think we're going to see a tremendous fight. I see a lot of things happening for Joseph Parker. The sky is the limit for him. It's all up to him. You know, I gotta say, I really did the reading version of a double take when I read that one. As you know, many of you will know, I'm a big Joseph Parker fan, but I'm certainly not ready to go as far as Frans here. You know, I'm not going to put him in the same sentence as Muhammad Ali. Sure, JP, very, very good heavyweight, undeniable. But Ali-esque, I'm not so sure. Not least it yet. I mean, what do you make of these statements? My read is that both knowing he was speaking to the New Zealand journalist, was gassing it up with hyperbole to ensure that his quote was going to be a memorable one, a headline grabber. And if that is the case, well, he certainly succeeded, because that is one hell of a quote. I also did notice something else in the story that sort of caught my attention further on in the article. So I've left the article in the description box, so read at your leisure. And this relates to Anthony Joshua and Anthony Joshua potentially facing Joseph Parker should they win their respective upcoming fights. So the website goes on to add, a unification bout with Parker could be held early next year if both fighters still have their titles. And I thought that was an incredible statement for a couple of reasons here. None the least that, we've got Joshua has mandatories coming out his ears here. He's got Kubrat Pulev right now, and then Luis Ortiz, or some order of those two. And Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua's promoter, said just a couple of days ago that Deontay Wilder will be the third cab off that rank. So, I'm not sure how stuff.co.nz has come to the conclusion that Parker is essentially up next. I'm not sure if there's a case of a lack of research, or perhaps they've got some inside oil. I mean, you never know with these sorts of situations. It really would be great if it was true. But as Eddie Hearn has said, and he is Anthony Joshua's promoter, Parker needs to work his way through guys like Dillian Whyte in the UK to build his profile. If he beats those guys, if he beats Fury, if he beats others, then this goes back to a direct quote, then that fight becomes a necessity with Joshua. Unfortunately for Parker at the minute, no one in the UK is really baying for that fight. Here back in New Zealand, sure, we want to see that fight. That would be a great fight for us. But, we're clouded by Parker being the local fighter. But, I'm realistic. In the UK, he's a very low profile. There are bigger fish to fry right now. But that's not to say that Parker's time won't come. Sure it will. All he's got to do, he's just got to keep winning. What do you make of this whole situation? Drop a comment, hit like and subscribe. I'm out.